Hey guys, Max Savage here, and today on Comic Reviews, I'm going to be reviewing Spider-Gwen issue number 1. Now, who is Spider-Gwen, you might ask? Spider-Gwen is an alternate universe of Spider-Man, where instead of Peter Parker being bit by the spider, Gwen Stacy was bit by the spider. Overall, it's a pretty interesting story. We were introduced to this version of the character back in the Edge of Spider-Verse issue number 2, which involved, it actually was the first showing of this character, and it gave a brief backstory of who she is, what happened to Peter Parker, where just read the issue to see what happens to him. The beginning of this issue actually shows pretty much everything that happened in that issue prior, so this is a good jumping on point. And besides that, that's it. Like, I really like how it just goes from Edge of Spider-Verse to Spider-Verse and then back to this without anything. She appears exactly when the comic book for Edge of Spider-Verse ends, which is really cool. Now the artist for this is Robbie Rodriguez, and the writer is Jason Latour, who are the exact same people who did the Edge of Spider-Verse version. So it's good to see that they're still keeping consistent. What do I think about the comic? I have to say the writing is pretty fair. It's pretty good. I've never read anything from Jason before, but I liked Edge of Spider-Verse issue 2, so I thought going into this I was gonna like it, and I was. It's pretty good. It's fair. It's not as good as I was expecting it to be, but for a first issue, it's all right. It gets you going. The art though, the art is fantastic. Now it's one thing is I don't really like artists that don't use that many colors, but in this case it's fine. We have Spider-Gwen who's got an interesting color scheme. It's not the red and black or red and blue that we know Spider-Man to have, but this is a different universe. So obviously it's not going to be the same colors. But the artist kind of throws in a lot more greens and purples and other colors like that to kind of blend and make you feel like you're in a new world, which is really cool. Now about this new world, it's really interesting to put that this is a new world. This is something we've never seen. This isn't something that was established before, which is awesome. That allows the writers to be able to do whatever they want with it. So far, we're able to see two characters who are big, major Marvel characters that they completely change inside of this story just for this universe, which I thought was pretty cool. Now, the villain of this story is the Vulture. He's pretty much exactly the same as the MCU Vulture. It's just this is the first appearance of the character, and uses jets, which I just remember Vulture just with wings. So this one has like a jet pack that he uses with wings and leaves like this green trail everywhere he goes. So that's a little thing that's different. We're also teased to a secondary, which would probably going to be the main villain for the first arc at least. But yeah, overall, I gotta give the whole issue a 4 out of 5 stars. Now, it wasn't perfect, but for a first issue, it was pretty good. And I was definitely looking forward to reading this comic, and I wasn't disappointed with it. I didn't expect it to be the greatest thing ever, but I didn't expect it to be bad at all. So, I gotta say, this is pretty good. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.